Well, I'll move over to Eric. Eric, you have been on the scene here for ages.
Well, not long, huh?
I mean, I I say ages, like at least looking back, I could see that you've been in bands here well over a decade.
Easily, yes.
And some really hard hitting local bands around here. Odyssey comes to mind. Ozone briefly. So just give us a little bit of history on you and how you found yourself here and some of the groups that you played in getting started here.
I think I moved here in about 2007. I get the dates mixed up. That was a really weird time. And not too long after that, when
I hear you, Ed.
Because I moved here in 2008, October.
Oh, okay. It took me a while to actually plug into the scene before I met you. So you were definitely new. Yeah, you were new at the time. So.
Yeah, we were both kind of.
Yeah, about the same time. But I started working at a pool store, which I still work at in town, and started to, like I said, I went down to, it's Pip Shays now, right there on Bayshore.
I think that's where I think that was our consensus. I think we're going to call it Pip Shays.
It was Pip Shays, but it was Papa Top, and then it was Neely's after that. But it was Papa Top at the time when we met, and we just met at the open mic there, and kind of he had your version of Ozone at that point.
Yeah.
It was you,
Kyle,
and Joey.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Joey passed away.
And then we had our own thing going on. I was joined up with Sweet Release at that time, and then I'll fast forward this one through. So
wait, let's say one thing. This is what ties us together. When Joey passed away, Trey left Sweet Release and came to Ozone.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the first thing, he probably could have hated me.
I don't think that's what it was. He was at that time, he was looking to make money however he could.
Yeah.
I think so, but he loved playing.
Yeah. And we're all still friends with Trey. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
We don't have enemies or not.
I played in a couple bands throughout that time, and then I don't think we did Choppy Waters first before Odyssey, was it?
Yeah.
We started.
Yeah, because you were in Ozone for a little bit, and it wasn't that me and him didn't get along. It was the bass player at the time, and I won't even say names or nothing because I don't want to upset anyone. And
there was issues.
He wanted to bring in his drummer, and after a while, I was kind of like started on the side. Me and Eric started doing this acoustic thing with him on a cajon and me on an acoustic, and a snare and just a hi hat. And you would think it's terrible, but man, he's so good that he made that,
that made me better, actually, is what it was.
It was fun, though. We did that for about 6-7 months, and then he got an Odyssey, and he got the bug to do the jam band thing, and I just...
Well, a side note on Choppy Waters, as we called it at the time, what that ended up doing for me was, because I had a simple kit, I didn't have toms. I think I had 1 to 2 crash cymbals, I'm not sure, in a ride. So I had a very stripped-down kit, but it made me do fills all on my snare drum to what he was playing on the acoustic. So what that ended up doing, as far as what we're doing in Aerouant now, I know everywhere he's going to go.
Yeah.
He doesn't change. All the songs that we've done before.
Very consistent.
Very consistent, but he doesn't change, so I can follow him.
Not the solos. He means the chords and the way I chunk
your
and
rhythm,
stuff.
yeah.
I got locked in a long time ago.
But as a result of Aerouant, now I know how he jams. So I know the roadmap to get to the free-for-all and back to the roadmap. So that's what Choppy
He's the
Waters
conductor in many ways.
Well,
it's good.
To a point.
Well,
as I said, the bus driver.
Well, we take turns because, like, when I'm up front, everyone will look at my headstock. I'll bounce it like that'll be a key, like a conductor, or he'll take the lead with this. Like I said, the snare fill. I can tell just by his playing.
He's ready to go. He's ready to make moves.
Because sometimes, like I said, we don't plan solos. So sometimes, especially when I start getting weird effects, I start getting out there and I'm just into it. I mean, I'm not even paying attention.
As many good guitarists and great guitarists would attest to.
Yeah. I'm not thinking. I mean, see, you asked earlier. This is a good example. On stage, I don't have any PTSD, but as long as I'm not on a stage with people walking around behind me, that'll get me. I keep looking.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah. Well, you're always up against the wall. If you have someone walking behind you, you
not always though.
No, yeah.
There are exceptions.
So
very unsettling.
when I'm on stage, it's just like when I'm doing woodwork. I'm not. It's like all my thought and everything is focused down to just playing, and then I'm not even thinking about playing. I'm just enjoying it.
Right.
State
right.
of no
That's
mind.
the difference, with Aerouant that I see, like watching even videos of a lot of other bands and stuff. It's like we're just doing it. We're not waiting for a count. You don't see us sitting there going now or any. It's just kind of comes
Just falls
out the
out.
way it is. Yeah, it's just, and it's a beautiful thing because we played enough, even in the short time we've had Marshall with us, we played enough together that we just gel.
It's
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, Eric. I didn't mean
It's
to go
awesome.
off. I wanted to say
No, you're
that.
fine.
Yeah, man. It
No,
was your
you're fine.
interview, man.
I skipped through a lot of it anyway. There's not much detail. I mean, but that's inconsequential. When we started Aerouant, that was definitely after pandemic, and Odyssey had come and gone in that time. It was about 7 years of that, and that was a fun band to play in and everything. We started that from the ground up, but it was time to move on to other stuff. And the pandemic kind of accelerated all the other things. So I was without a band for a while, as everybody was kind of at the beginning in April of 2020. So I started doing shit in the garage, just recording along to tracks and just playing along, doing drum covers, but not very professional. I didn't use any mics on the kit. It was all room recorded.
I do
garage.
and you live stream these, right? Because I
Sometimes.
do feel like I remember seeing some of these and like, like everybody else, literally there was nothing going, everything was just at a standstill. So any live stream that happened to pop up on my timeline, I was like, let me watch this. I watched a little off topic, but like there was a YouTube video that showed it was a graphic of the entire time it took the Titanic to sink. And it was like 2.5 hours, and I sat and I watched the whole thing, and it had little pop-ups, little tidbits like this is what was happening now, but it was just this cartoon of the Titanic sinking and breaking. And
A literal
I'm not
YouTube
trying to
deep
compare
dive.
you or your
No.
I'm just saying when drum things or music things popped up,
Oh,
I was
sure.
like,
Yeah.
please let me see that.
Sure, yeah, I'm definitely.
And there's a lot of good ones, actually.
There were some
Yeah.
great
And
ones.
the ones that people put out were better than almost every special thing a star did for it. Because, most of them don't really write their own music. So all of a sudden they're like, I'm going to write my own song.
Take the case of I forget her first name. I think it might be Candy Bushnell, the little girl that played with the Foo Fighters live on stage
Oh, yeah.
in L.A.
Yes.
That was all. She did that during pandemic. She became popular doing drum cover videos on TikTok, probably, obviously.
Yeah.
And YouTube, the whole thing. But that's how she got popular. And then she started challenging Dave Grohl on TikTok.
Brilliant.
He responded, and that's how that whole thing came to a head with her playing Everlong live with them in concert.
So cool.